Alright guys, Big E, Herrholz Hub. Here we are, we were driving through Sebring and decided we'd come stop in and show some Sebring International Raceway, and there's some weather, and look at the beautiful rainbows coming up out of the earth along that pretty skyline.
Take your next left onto gate 4.
So this is out here, I believe, is Pando's driving school.
Turn left onto gate 4.
Yes, I'm pretty sure this is the Pando's. This is Pando's driving.
Yeah, look,
It says
there's
Fruit Pearls. So here's the track. Here's
there's
a
the
lot.
one
This
corner
is-
we see all the time.
This is turn 17. That takes you back around. So I came to this track for probably 13 years straight back in the 90s to early 2000s. A lot of stuff has changed. That one bridge you see right here
They're driving on it.
is the same. That bridge right there is still the same. It's a walkover bridge. You walk over the front stretch, it's really cool, and the cars go underneath you. Here's a walkover bridge down here on the back straightaway. That's new. The first year of the Ferrari WSC cars back in like the late 1990s, early 2000s, they would hit 200 miles an hour about right here on the back straightaway. It was really neat to sit there and listen to those V10s. Yes, it was really neat to listen to those V10s scream as they went by you. So this is the famous back stretch, and they have concrete walls on both sides of it now. Before, this concrete wall on this outside used to not be there, and if a car would spin off, it would just spin out in the field.
Oh, cool.
And so then you see the garages over there. They're new since when we were coming, they built them. And that white building right there is, I think, timing and scoring. And so out here right about where you see that red sign right there,
There's an airplane.
that's the turn 1. That's where we used to sit, right outside of turn 1. Awesome views. So we'll have to turn around here and get down into somebody's.
There's an airplane.
Yep. We're bouncing around. I'm showing you the ground.
What a rainbow.
Yeah. Turn around
Hi,
there.
cows. They're watching us.
Yeah.
She's like, hi. They're like, keep moving. Hi, guys. What are you doing?
There's your rainbow coming down.
Yes, it is. Look at that.
Okay, guys. Also, you can see cows. We have cows. Hello, cow. How are you doing? What have you got to say to our friends and family out there? So, as you can see, this is actually an active airport. So you'd have a lot of the drivers and a lot of the major sponsors fly in their private jets, get let off at the airport over there, and then they would drive them around and into the gate, the front gate. A lot of the drivers, when they were doing double duty or coming from somewhere else. There you too, you tell them. There you go. So this is great. Here's all the cows. Yep, we're checking you out. You checking me out?
It's on the backside of the little airport, or is the airport actually in the cow field?
So it's been the airport. This started out in World War II as an airport, a U.S. military airport, and they flew a lot of supplies and troops out of here. And then after the war, they had nothing to do with the airport. So the sports car, I forget who, I'll have to look it up for y'all. But they started running, you had all the pilots come back thirsty for that adrenaline rush, so they started running all their hot rods. And this is a new little bit out here. This might be for like track days or something back here. I don't think this is involved. I don't remember this being in the actual track. So this here is turn 14, 15, 16 combo. Leads out onto the backstretch. And yeah, there's that little red sign again I was telling you about. Where we used to sit on turn 1 right there.
Hi guys.
It was right underneath the TV camera. So we used to see all the good stuff. And there's the Mobile One. When you see pictures, there's the Mobile One walkover bridge. And this whole area back here. Pan out. This whole area back here is the garage and the pits. And you'll have all the team trucks, and you'll have all the privateers. All the privateers are back out this way, and the old Mustangs and Corvettes and Porsches and Allards and all the really neat old historic cars are out by here. And then you got like the little bit lesser class, like the Porsches and stuff. And then all the way back up over here is your major teams. And it's so neat at night to walk through here, and you get to walk through the pits and watch these folks working on these big fancy race cars. And a lot of times they'll stop and talk to you. I remember when I came here was the first year that they, one of the years we came, the first years, was the first year they released the Dodge Viper GTS Coupe, and one of the drivers had one, and we were sitting there staring at it. He goes, "Hey, go ahead and sit in it." Well, I got to sit in a Viper GTS Coupe the first year it came out. That was so cool. So, really neat stuff's happened around here. But again, and that's the drive over bridge. So this bridge right here is the only bridge you drive over into the pits. There's one on the other side that you can drive across when you're out in the public area. But this is how the teams get in and out while the racetrack is hot. When the racetrack is cold, they can come right through here and out over here by this. This is where they come. Wow, I want to come back here sometime and bring Ray and the boys. It was really neat. We used to camp. We'd get here Wednesday night sometimes and go play golf on Thursday. That was really not a good thing because you get where you can barely stand on Wednesday night, and then you go try to play golf in the morning. Yeah, balls go everywhere. And then Thursday was starting to practice. Friday was real races, the historic races, and some of the lower class races. And then on Thursday or Saturday was the main race. It's a 12-hour race. So it was really awesome. This here's where they house a lot of their equipment, ticket pickup. We used to have to come up here to pick up our garage credentials. That was neat because we were allowed to walk. As long as you had long pants and closed-toed shoes, you could get a garage credential and go walk through the pits while the races were going on. We had to stand back behind a certain line, but it was so cool. It was so neat. So, all right, we're going to see which way we can get out here. See if we can get a little closer on the other side. Tickets because we would just reserve them and show up and get them. So we'd have to park out here, park in that big field over there, get your motor out of your motorhome, you go in, you get all your credentials, and then you would go in here. This is the front gate.
I'm gonna ask.
This is the hotel that they've added, turn 6. So this building now is the gift shop. And there's the drive over bridge that you have to drive over with your motorhome to get to the inside. See, the truck just came down to drive over bridge. And look at this, like Yokohama. So the private group, they must have been using yoke tires doing a tire test. Tire test. There's another one of the
That's a
walkover
walkway,
bridges.
right?
Yep. You walk over bridge there. We watched a Steeda Mustang come out of that turn 5 and hit the wall and flip up on its side, and it killed the Steeda Q Mustang for that year for the Firehawk Challenge. And this is the front stretch. So that's the end of this turn. They come in, they come under this, head down the front stretch. And here's all the what they were telling. She was telling us was all the winners here. So 2016, 2015, all the different Hondas. Yep. Today there was a private group. She said we could drive down the end of the main week. Down, and we can just drive until we can't go anymore and you turn around.
There's another bridge.
Here is the main tower. Here's start finish. So
Phone side.
okay, so now I had to turn the phone because I was doing it wrong. You can still see some folks over there in the pits loading up their stuff for the day. Yep. They've put in these. It used to be just rows of porta potties, but now they've got women's and men's bathrooms.
It's
I know they've put in shower houses.
they're wide open if you want to go potty.
All kinds of stuff.
There's another bridge.
Yep.
Well, that one's got a tunnel.
Though that's the drive over bridge. That's what looks like a tunnel is just the shadow. Yeah, I think that's just a shadow.
No,
But that Corvette is the drive over bridge that we used to go when this was all out here, and you get back over and there's where all the people are having fun, like Mardi Gras. There's the Cadillac Racing Bridge. So right here where this turn coming up, there's Advent Health's little on-site hospital. So we used to park right outside of here, right on the other side of the track, and we had the best seat in the house because all the drivers and everyone would come and want to see our spot. So just pull up to this sign and I'll see what I can get.
it's a map.
That's a map of Sebring. And we'll see what we can see if we can get it in on it. So there's the map of the track and all the stuff on it.
Like the button on this still picture.
Okay. Check this out.
You want me to get closer to that picture?
No, it's good. This has always been in here. This has always been a certain hospitality group that you can't get into. And that out there's the track. It goes down and down into turn 2 and 3 is always good action. Over here is what they call Green Park. The local folks used to, and we would come all the time. The chief of police, the fire chief, was all the one family, and they would set up a MASH style mess tent, and they'd go around and invite people into their party at night. And they knew my father and my godfather, and they'd come over and see us at our place and invite us over. And man, it was awesome going over there. Some really good times. And this is all new since I've been here, so I guess this is just their facilities group, probably their track, and this is probably corner workers because the track was rented out to a private group today. So this is probably all people that stayed here to run the track, the corner workers, the flag people, the safety truck people, all along here. And now these are actually numbered spots. Wow. I wonder if these are on the... So when we used to come, you had the spots at these races were like willed down through families. You know, you didn't just say, hey, I want a spot. You got put on a list. So we got lucky, and the spot we had was on a corporate list. And when the company that my godfather quit or was working for quit racing, or quit sponsoring racing, then he somehow managed to get it put into his name because he's the one that always came anyway. And that's how we came so many times, so many years to stay right on turn 1. And when we quit coming, we willed it to the people next to us. Hey, look, a VFW refreshment stand. And here's the officials club. And the golf carts. Oh my Lord. I don't have to tell you how much fun we've had with golf carts at night. Shh, keep that a secret between you and me. Don't tell nobody.
Officers Club.
Yeah, but all this stuff out here, they used to come. I remember they used to set up a bungee jump thing, and people would come out here and bungee jump, and they thought they could handle it, and oh no. They'd jump off of there, and when they hit the bottom, their dinner would stay, and they would go back up in the air. It was oh so gross. But okay, so this is in here. This is turn 5 you're looking at over here. You got a little short straightaway that goes down here into the I think this is what they call the hairpin. Yes, this is a hairpin, and it's a hard right. Well, they've if you look at it now, they've kind of made it a little not so harsh, opened it up a little bit, made it a little faster, and this Hotel Sebring has been built since we were coming. Behind us. So we used to have to get, we used to come out here and get into this turn and watch them come at us. And then when they started building, it was so upsetting because it was one of the best spots to watch them come down this straightaway. Yeah, the tracks are right on the seat. There's guardrail right on the other side of literally right on the other side of that guardrail is the track. This is a loop. So you drove down inside the loop. You drive inside the loop.
Okay.
You can see that on the still picture we took of the track back there. So there's some of the billboards. They've changed it. We watched a guy one time go straight out through the end. Oh, it was horrible. But here's Hotel Sebring. And when the race is on, the ones on the backside, you just see all the people lined up. You can't get up. That weekend for that is the hotel is booked years in advance. Oh, it's booked out for probably the next 2 years already. So here we go. We're headed back out the front where we came in.
When you and I and the kid, Aaron and Ellie came, this wasn't here yet.
Well, this was, but not all the other fancy stuff.
Because we drove right down there, and
Yep,
it was not
this
here.
was all. Well, they might have redid it, but this is. I've always had some sort of thing here that I can remember.
Oh, she's gone now.
Yep. She went inside. She saw us probably turn around. So that was the little bit of forgive my being excited and looking away, and you guys looking at the ground or looking at the sky. Hopefully you still enjoy it. And here's their little sign. Thank you for visiting. And if you turn right, you can go down. Might be able to, there used to be able to catch a couple little glimpses of the track right there. So we'll go down and see if we can catch a couple glimpses. A couple more glimpses for y'all. And this is 7 Sebring Race. Now the reason they call it is this is turn 7. What they call turn 7. And if you look right here, there's out on the internet, there's a video of a guy loses his brakes. He comes down here, and so he doesn't make the turn, and he comes out and crashes through this gate and comes right out here, right down, and crosses over where we just came in the front gate. Because they're doing. Yeah, this is. And this right here is the guardrail. It is the outside of the track. You are that close to the outside of the track right here. Let's go around the speed. So this comes down and begins the S's. Braking zone water. Through here. Actually, no, this is still an S. It's down more until you hit the braking zone. So we'll see over here. Built another structure here. I'm not sure what that is. It might be timing and scoring, or that's new. I haven't seen this. There's this side of driving. So you're not allowed to walk across that driveway. So when my friend had his pickup truck here, people were like, hey, and there'd be 15 people piling the bed of your pickup truck. And then this is what I got here too. So that little cutoff right there, that's the shorter part of the track, like when it's a club day or something. They can rent the shorter part of the track. This off to the left comes out here, and then it comes out and makes a harsh turn right here. That's a hard right. And then back out. Here's a cool little mural across the way from it. One of the businesses is put up. And that's the one thing I think they've never done is actually they had Indy out here, Indy cars. They tested, but it beats them up too much because they're too lightweight. So here's that first turn. This is a turn, and they're off and down and running. And some right here is you see the big grass mound. You're allowed to walk around on the inside. You can bring your little fold-up chair with you, and you can sit there in that area and watch the race. When you get tired, you walk around and find another one. There used to be like 5 to 7 of them, and we used to walk around every day and watch from different angles. And then this looks like some more. This is probably some of the airport or private business. So we'll turn around. We're not going to trespass on anybody's business. But yeah, this is Sebring. This is a lot of fun, guys. So if you ever had the chance to make it during a go ahead and turn here. The 12-hour race this year. Lots of fun. Really neat stuff. I've seen a lot of big names race here. I was telling Ray that I've seen TV stars, movie stars. When I first came, Paul Newman was still running. Before he passed away. And then you had Patrick Dempsey racing. Patrick Dempsey, team Doc Dreamy from Grey's Anatomy. He races here. Jason Priestley from 90210. Greg T. Nelson, coach. Many years watched him race. So there's a little bit of crossover from Hollywood to racing. Lots of stuff. We've seen the year that Rick Hendrick brought out that Corvette prototype. We saw it race here. All kinds of neat things.
Here's your bridge.
So, yep, there's this side of the back side of the drive over bridge again. And so, all right, folks, I hope you enjoyed this little look in my ramblings with my cracky voice because I'm getting sick. So this is.
I think it's our port air quality.
This was a lot of fun. Brings back a lot of memories. And we even came one time, and it wasn't for the 12-hour race. It was its own timing. It was in the summer, and they brought the GT cars from Europe, the Mercedes GTC cars, the Porsche 911 GT1, and it was the CLK GT1 Mercedes, all those really fancy GT cars from Europe. They all came over and raced here, and we came for the day just to watch that. That was some really neat racing as well. So, all right, folks, I'm gonna leave you with that. There's the back of the hotel, which the hotel claims they're the best seat in the house. I beg to differ, because I can take you out between 2 and 3, turn 2 and turn 3, and watch the cars go through there. And when they get on the brakes, the cars do the blow off valve and belch flames out the side and show the track. So all right, guys, we will catch y'all later. Hope you enjoyed it. I got my finger out of the way so you guys can catch this one last time. And we will see you later. Have a great day.